Hello students, the next topic in object-oriented concept about interfaces is the nested interface. An interface can be declared a member of the class or another interface. An interface can be declared as a member of a class or another interface. Such an interface is called as a member interface or a nested interface. Okay, an interface can be a member of a class or another interface. Such interfaces are called as the nested. General meaning of nested you are aware, right? A nested interface can be declared as a, this is important, see, access specifier thing, a nested, which I have highlighted. A nested interface can be declared as a public, private or protected. Any of the access specifier you can use to declare them. This differs from top level interface, which must either be declared as a public or use the default access level, which we have discussed in with respect to our previous example. Please recall my go through the contents from my previous video, right? Previous session concepts. There we have declared it as either default and public. We have while implementing the interface, the method of the interface, we have declared it as public only, right? Here we can use a nested interface can have any of the access specifiers, say public, private or protected. When a nested interface is used outside of its enclosing scope, it must be qualified by the name of the class or interface of which it is a member. Thus, name qualification, let us see later its syntax and all. Thus, outside of the class or interface in which nested interface is declared, its name must be fully qualified. Here is an example to demonstrate the nested interface. Okay. A nested interface example is given. Class A, this class contains a member interface. Fine. Class A, which contains a member interface, they are saying, you can see inside the class body a member interface is included. What is that? Public interface nested if. Nested if is the name of the interface which is included inside the class module. What is the class module name? Class module name, you can see class A is the class module name. Fine. And it is there is a function declared inside the interface which we will be implementing later. Boolean is the type, is not negative with an integer variable as a parameter. Fine. Now class B implements the nested interface. How? You see here, go through the comment line. Class B use the keyword implements. Of course, this keyword is must to implement the interfaces and the methods of the corresponding interface as per our previous discussion, right? So class B implements what? Since nested interface is included, nested if is included inside the another class. For that, name qualification is must. How to have that qualification thing? So you have to use the class name followed by dot followed by nested interface name. How you consider this as nested interface? Since this interface module is included inside the another member. What is that? Another module. Another module is what? Class module, isn't it? Nested if is a name of the interface which is not independent module. Where it is included? It is included, see here, inside class A we have the particular interface declared. So directly you cannot have access to this interface. Through A you can, right? Use A dot nested if, name of the interface. Then you can implement the corresponding method. What is the name of the method? Return type is Boolean. Of course it should be public. Which one? The access specifier, right? Boolean is not negative. Boolean is the return type, is not negative with the name of the function. Int x is the formal argument. Int x is the formal argument. As you can see here, int x is the formal argument, boolean is not negative. Fine. Here is a it is returning the value of x when if x less than 0, it returns false, else it returns true. So we have used a ternary operator. If x less than 0 is true or whatever, so if it is true, the first statement what is mentioned, false is returned, otherwise true is returned. Fine. Now let us see the main function. Main function is included inside a nested if demo class, nested if demo. Inside it we are considering the main function. Okay. So here while creating the object, just go through NIF. NIF is the name of the object. Use a nested interface reference, of course. Use a nested interface reference. We are creating a reference of the nested interface. So nested interface reference, directly you cannot have access to a nested interface, but you can access them with after having a suitable name qualification thing, that is inside class A you have defined nested if, right? So a dot nested if of interface NIF. Okay, nested interface, so let it be considered as B. Let us consider it as B new. So B's reference is nested interface reference by creating a B object. Then you are making a call for the function. What is the name of the function? Just check here. What is the name of the function you have implemented from the interface? Is not negative is the name of the function you have implemented from the interface, isn't it? Which takes one variable. That interface is a part of class A dot particular function. So nested, that means for A, what is the reference now? NIF is the reference. Use this reference here. Use this reference NIF. Make a call for the function is not negative. Pass 10. Okay. Anything you can pass. So 10 is not a negative number, of course. So system.out.println, as per your requirement, you print 10 is not a negative number. We are printing. Then if next condition, so what is the value? You are again making a call for the function using, that is not negative, using the same reference for the interface, nested interface. NIF is the reference you have created for the nested interface. You are passing -12. So once -12 is passed, so what will happen? This function, it will return what it will return. It will return false, isn't it? So if x is less than 0, what is the value of x? Substitute. X is less than 0, x value is -12. Of course x is less than 0. What it returns? It simply returns false. Earlier x value was 10, so it has returned true, isn't it? Now it is returning false. False is the return value. So it simply terminates. Okay, this won't be this message, since the if condition, result of if condition is turned to be what is the result of the if condition? Result of the if condition is turns to be false. If of false, you are not supposed to execute the body of if. The compiler is not displaying anything or not executing the body of if. What is the body of if? Apply your mind, apply your logic. So if of false in general, here you are getting, earlier it was for the previous condition, it was if of true, isn't it? If of true, so we could see the statement. But if here it will be what? If of false. What is if of false? If of false is false, isn't it? So body of if won't be executed. That's why for your understanding purpose, the same message statement is included here. This won't be displayed. Please try to understand. Okay, please note down the concept, note down the program. It is there at page number chapter 9, page number 196, 197. Very important topic, nested interfaces. Okay, how nested, in general, nested means including one inside the other. So we are going to here, as per this example, we have included an interface inside the